All right, guys, so we have some super cool barbers in here today. We got BarberSixSense, JayRoyStylez.
Right.
I'm going to have you kind of talk a little bit about yourselves and what makes you guys so big. But I've been watching you. Marvin and I have been watching you for a long time, and we are impressed. You guys have the coolest clients. I'm not even a big fight guy. Marvin, you're...
You know, I am.
Yeah, you are, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even know half the guys that you guys get to cut, but I'm still impressed because you have a really, I mean, the gold that you guys use, the
I can't wait to talk about that.
The place you guys have, I mean, everything just looks like it's the best. And we thought having you guys on here today, one, because you're a client of ours.
Yes, sir.
Two,
yes, sir.
because you guys just rock out sick clients and celebrities. Let's talk a little bit about you guys. So, you guys are brothers, right?
Yes, sir. We'll start
Blood brothers, right?
That's right.
Like real brothers, not like
like we're brothers, but they're blood brothers.
Yeah, real brothers.
Real brothers. Go ahead, bro.
So we started cutting hair because of my dad.
Okay.
My dad he used to cut our hair.
Before everything, I appreciate you guys though for bringing us.
Yeah.
in.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you for inviting
For
me.
sure.
For inviting
Of course,
us,
brother,
and,
of
and
course.
we're here. You know, thank you for your time again.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, you're gonna start it since the beginning.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Since everything started.
So you guys could know a little bit about our
Understand a little
story.
bit.
Because
you know
I
what mean?
legitimately don't know much about you, so
Yeah,
I'm learning
yeah.
too now. So
Yeah,
let's go.
So we started cutting hair because my dad cut our hair since we were little kids.
That's right.
And then I started cutting hair 14 years ago.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, I started cutting hair and cutting my own hair because we didn't have a lot of money to pay for a barber, you know? So I started getting into it a lot more, and then my brother started liking to cut hair, you know? So I told him, you know what? Come, let me show you what I know. And then my dad already taught us a little bit of the hair cutting business. So we started cutting hair together.
Was like out of a garage or something?
Yeah,
like it was
well,
okay.
I started outside. I used to cut hair outside.
Mom said, I
Yeah.
don't want none of this shit.
Yeah, you know,
No hair.
you know, it's like everything, you know, when
Yeah.
you're starting. So, but yeah, we opened up a business, and then we seen that me and him, we could do a haircut faster. You know what I mean?
Together, both of you guys cut.
and do a better experience. And that all started because my dad was like, you know what, cut my hair. But I want both of you guys to cut my hair.
Wow.
Not just one of
So
you
he
guys.
started
Yeah.
double
So
thing.
we were like, oh.
No, first we were like,
yeah. First we were like, it's not gonna work, you know, because it's just not something that you've seen before. So my dad was like, no, do it. You guys got it. So we started doing it, and my brother took a picture, and that picture went like somewhat viral on Facebook for our people, you know.
Yeah.
So people were like, yo, you guys do that? So we looked at each other. We're like, "Yo, we could do this. We could, you know what I mean?
We do it.
Yeah, we could do this." And that's how everything started. You know what I mean? We started with the UFC fighter.
Yeah, we started with like he mentioned. We opened a spot. It was actually a half beauty salon, half a barbershop.
Okay.
So we always wanted to change things around. You know, we were just like, you know, you go to a barbershop, it's the same thing, you know what I mean? So we were like, let's partner up with the beauty salon. Let's try something different. That's when we were first getting started, and we didn't know what was going on. Like he said, he was the one like brought me in. He's like, let's try something new. Before that, I was advertising like clubs. I was doing parties, and that was my thing before. But then you know, it got to a point that, you know, like everything, it was there already. It was like, it's time to stop doing this. I'm getting older. We partner up. We you know, we got together with this barbering thing, and yeah, that's what, like he said it. Like that picture was the one that kind of like put us in the map. But before that, I mean, actually, right after that, we had fighters. Well, actually, let's talk about our first fighter.
Like all the barbers who are gonna watch this they're listening to know how the hell did you guys start on your road to get these top name fighters? Like what happened? I mean, they're sitting back with a pen and paper now going, how the fuck?
Because your original story, you were talking, because you mentioned to me earlier, from Veracruz, Mexico?
Yeah, Veracruz, Mexico.
Veracruz.
Yes, sir.
So you started there. Now you're in Las Vegas cutting Canelo Alvarez to the top-notch UFC fighters. Like Tyler was saying, how did that happen? Where did that transition just start to where you guys were able to do that?
Good question, brother. It's actually a fighter. It was it's a crazy story. It was actually his first fight too in the UFC. It was literally his first fight in the UFC. He was coming to Vegas to fight, and on top of that, he was a barber himself. So we were like, we were a little bit like, well, okay, hold up. He's a fighter. On top of that, he's a barber. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, so we're a little nervous. No, we're a little nervous because we're like, if we mess up his cut.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's how I felt with Rampage.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Dude, when we were doing Rampage's head, I was like, okay, for real though, if this doesn't look good, I've seen these fights. He's going to throw me through a wall.
Well, he's the body slammer.
Yeah,
so I was like, I didn't want to get
No, and it's crazy because we were nothing, like, we had never ever worked with a celebrity or an athlete or a fighter on top of that. So we didn't know how they act. You know, we didn't know nothing about the fighting game. And then he's like, yo, I need a haircut. And then on top of that, barber, so he knows the lines. He knows face. He knows everything. We were nervous.
Sure.
But long story short, he loved the cut. He was like, bro, what are you guys doing? We got the UFC PI here. The UFC PI is where all the UFC fighters train there. It's basically a facility only for fighters. And I'm like, really? That's here in Las Vegas? He's like, yeah, bro. Let me connect you guys. It's crazy. That same week, we had like 2 champions in our shop. It was just meant to be. ESPN came through, and it just happened in a week.
Just
from one fighter. And we were like, whoa, we got something good here. We didn't know the UFC. We didn't even watch the UFC back then. We just heard about it, McGregor, you know, the main name. Yeah. But we didn't know it. We didn't know nothing about it until that happened, and we were like, okay, we got to get into it.
We started reaching out.
That's
kind of how what I tell people when they ask me. You got to reach out.
Yep.
Things are
now,
not
how
going
do
to
you
come
reach
to you.
out? Like if you're a random barber, you're like
on Instagram, brother. Yeah. That's a cool thing about social media because now you could connect to anybody really. Anybody could watch you, look at your message, whatever you got to tell them. You just got to sell yourself right. You know what I mean? You can't just come to a
who
famous
does that
people.
for you two? Is it do you reach out?
We do it. We do it ourselves. Okay. Yeah, we hit them up.
You guys have your own. You guys work your own Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a message here. If anyone's watching this, because this is the same shit that Marvin and I. This is how we made it too.
Yeah,
we got almost the same story.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy,
I'm
right?
very conservative. Marvin's like, we need to do this guy's head, and I'm like, okay, how? Shoot him a message. Do something else. How we got in with a lot of big people is we did their bodyguard.
I was just
we did their bodyguard. And then we did people in their circle, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, okay, now we're doing a big name. So and you guys did the same thing. So don't be afraid to reach out, because what do you have to lose, right? Like they could just leave you on red or not answer your shit, which is totally fine. But all it takes is that one. So you guys made a big come up from basically a post at first that went viral. So always make content. That's why we're here today.
That's right.
And then after that, you guys had a good opportunity with one person who hooked you up with the Fighting Academy and the Fighting Place.
That's right.
And then you just rolled from there.
We took it from there. Like you said, it took that message, that DM that we were like, yo, you need a haircut, you're in Vegas, roll up, we got you. And on top of that, we were not the first fighters. We didn't charge them.
Yeah, we would do it for
free.
We
would do it for free.
Damn,
same story.
We're talking to us.
We are talking to ourselves, man. Because why would you, right? Like you get way more content out of doing something like.
And I feel like a lot of people don't see that big picture. Because I get a lot of barbers, you know, that we're talking about our business. Barbers are hit us up, hey, bro, send us this guy, and we're like, okay, well, we'll send them to you. And then when they're in their town. And I'm like, bro, I got this guy here for you to cut him. Bro, how much should I charge him? Should I charge him $1,800? I'm like, bro, this is your first fighter. Like, you should do this.
You should charge him nothing.
You should charge him nothing. Open that door. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't see that. They see the opposite. They're like, oh, we got a fighter, we got a big famous person. Let's overcharge. Let's charge him. You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking at first too. And then Marvin's like, no, hell no. We didn't even charge. So like when I was telling that little mini story about we hit some bodyguards, and then we did some friends of like an A-lister, and then we can't say his name. Yeah. But then we did the A-lister. We didn't even charge the bodyguards. We didn't charge anyone in his friend group. So here we are throwing down maybe could be $10,000 worth of work, but
look what it got us.
It got us $200,000, $300,000 worth of work.
That's funny, brother, because when we used to go to fighters' houses, let's say when they're in town for a fight, let's say they come with like 7-8 guys, right? So we wanted that guy, right? But then all the guys were like, bro, can I get a cut? Can I get a cut? Yeah. And we were like, well, let's get all these guys so that guy could be like, yo, all y'all look fresh. Let me go then.
Yeah, because not many people are going to look at their friends and the people that they trust. And be like, oh, you feel good about this work?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, yeah, I want next.
Exactly. So that's
cool.
yeah, we did the same thing. We cut a lot of the coaches, the assistants until we get to the main
That's
guy.
awesome.
Yeah, so that
now,
was
I want to talk about one little thing that you guys do. I think it's your signature service that you provide, and that's the 24 karat gold,
the gold
facial, right?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of these guys don't have hair, so you're still hooking them up with like the facial. Who's the UFC champ right now?
Alex Pereira.
Yeah, because you just trim them low. I mean, it's not like you're styling them up, right? So
That's right.
then you're hitting them with the 24K, and I've noticed like all the guys you do all do the 24K thing. And how did that start?
Well, it was like around 10 years ago. I started doing the black mask. That was the new thing, trending.
You guys don't
online.
remember that face?
I do remember. Yeah, little pores would come out and stuff. Yeah.
And then nobody liked it. Everybody thought that
Well,
was
the
like,
barbers were in.
Yeah, no, not even the people, because
Yeah.
I offer it first to all my clients for free. I said, I want them to try it out. So once they try it out, like 80% of the people, they didn't like it because they thought that was like for girls. They don't, guys normally don't take care. This was 10 years ago. Now that's normal, you know what I mean? But I was like, you know what, this is gonna work. This has a potential. I seen the bigger picture, you know what I mean? So I started pushing that onto everybody.
For free.
Yeah, even if they didn't like it, I'm like, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
After that, they started getting used to it.
Yeah.
Then they were like, you know what? Can you throw in that black mask?
Oh, when you would forget, they were like, yo, you forgot. You
Yeah.
forgot.
So now he added a service to my service.
Nice.
And I like that.
Genius.
So once it started, a lot of barbers using it. I said, nah, I need to separate myself. Let me look at what's next. What's something else that we could do?
It pops so hard on their IG. So if you go to their IG, you
does
see
too.
it.
When you're
just
scrolling, you can see the
just
pops of gold, and you're
just
like,
gold through all there. Just
Yeah.
you're in the Aria, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me how you got in the Aria, because not only you have the 24 karat going on, then you have this beautiful pizzazz like barbershop that you cut. You know what I mean? I think clothes are sold.
Yeah, it's
or
actually a
whatnot.
boutique. It's a man's boutique. It's a man's boutique. They sell everything for men, from like custom colognes to like suits to polo. Basically, it's just man. It's a man's store.
What's it called?
It's called Marcel. We're located inside the Aria.
Okay, that's where I got this hat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah, we're there in the Aria, and the big question is how we got in there. It's crazy. One of the person that we knew from social media. It's crazy. We knew him from social media. He worked at the Aria, and then they were opening their first. Actually, the Aria location is their first store in Las Vegas. Now they have like 4 or 5 locations.
I think you've been to one in Miami, right?
We were in the one in Miami. I was just going to mention that.
They have in Miami. They got
Jonathan,
Puerto Rico now. They got Dubai. They're blowing up, bro. They're blowing up. And when they first opened in Vegas, it was that Aria first location. So they were looking for they wanted to look for people, and the owner wanted to create an experience. He wanted to create an experience. So he contacted this guy that worked next to the store, and he was like, yo, I'm looking for a barber. I want to bring a barber here. I think we can fit a nice barber. And it's crazy. That guy didn't even get a haircut with me. He was like, yo, I think I know that guy, that extra guy that he can look good in your store, fancy, because the store is real nice.
It's
and then he's like, send him my way. And long story short, it took me 3 meetings because around that time, like a lot of, like, I don't want to say a lot of barbershop were hitting them up, but we were blowing up already with the fighters. So a lot of, in a way, barbershop were like, hey, you guys need a chair. We got one here. So I was thinking it was something similar like that. And I want to say I didn't go to the first meeting, second meeting, until the third time. He was like, bro, let me call you FaceTime. You're missing out on this. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. So he sent me a picture of the location. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I actually got to go. I got to go.
Yeah.
So I showed up to the third meeting, and now we've been there for 4 or 5 years already, and it's a man's boutique. It's another level, brother.
And the fighters love going there.
I'm sorry?
The fighters.
Oh yeah. The fighters love it because we created an experience for them. Now it's not, we don't just do their hair. Now we dress them up. We get them ready for the fight.
And they're usually there right before the weigh-in. Essentially, you gotta get them cut for
Yeah,
the weigh-in.
we'll cut them up. Actually, a little. We used to cut them before.
Yeah.
But
day
there's a
before.
little funny story about the weigh-ins. You remember before we used to cut them before weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, they were either stressed.
They're not feeling it.
They were not feeling it.
Yeah.
They were not feeling it because think about it,
They're
bro. That's
drained.
the hardest part. The
Yeah.
hardest part of being an athlete is the weight cut.
Yeah.
So a lot of them, they were like, bro, pull up, because they can't eat, they can't drink water. It's like they're going through it, you know what I mean? And a lot of times they were like, bro, cut my hair, I'm gonna close my eyes, don't talk to me, I'm not gonna talk. So I'm like, whoa. So we started getting we got the ball rolling, and we were like, okay, now let's cut them after the weigh-in. You know what I mean? Let's cut them after, because the vibe was different after the weigh. They were like,
they're
bro,
happy.
they're happy now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, normally we cut them after the weigh-ins, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this all together for Marvin and I just a little bit, and afterwards we're gonna plug all your guys' shit.
Let's do it.
So, hearing your guys' story, you started off small, worked your way up, became these super well-known barbers that have cut many celebrities, like many athletes, and we're talking about like top names. You've developed services that are unique, that kind of set you guys apart, that are genius. And especially in a world right now where men are starting to do a lot more beauty things. It's becoming more natural for us to take care of ourselves. Botox, a facial,
It's not
I've
taboo
never
anymore.
It's like I've never met a guy that's gotten convinced to go get like a pedicure that didn't want to go back after it. Including me. Like my girl at the time was like, you gotta go, and I'm like, this sounds wise, this is stupid, I'm ticklish. So you have all these amazing tools. So how we come in with you guys is, I'm gonna be honest, barbers, not all of them, some of them, and tattoo artists don't really like us for the most part. Now, there's smart ones that have utilized our services with their services. They've learned how to do this. They've utilized the craft, but they kind of look down on it. So a lot of barbers look at it like, okay, well, they don't really know hair. We cut hair, we know hair, we've gotten certified. They're just putting ink on your head. They don't know anything about it, whatever. Tattoo artists are like, and trust me, I love tattoos, and I love all these people, but a lot of them look at us like, okay, well, they don't do tattoos, they don't do art, they're just putting dots on your head. There's this little bit of hating going on.
Okay.
So, we helped you get your head done.
Exactly.
So you know how it feels.
Yeah.
You deal with clients who are coming to you because they want to feel confident. And for you guys specifically, you're dealing with fighters. And they want to feel alpha and confident. And why you guys have become so big is people are looking at it like, why do fighters care so much about getting their hair cut before their fight anyway?
Or even a facial.
Or even a facial. Like, what do they even care? They're about to get their face jacked up regardless. Why do they care what their skin looks like? That's because they want to feel the best. They've done everything they can for their body, for their diet, for their training, and they want to put that cherry on top to feel confident. So they come to you guys. It looks dope because it looks so alpha. They're getting a 24 karat gold facial. They're getting lined up. Everything's gonna look good. They're gonna be on television. So we've kind of become somebody that you guys have used with a service for them as well, because you guys only work with the best stuff. So we thank you for working with us for sure. That's a good testimony for us, is that we get to work with you as one of your tools.
And good thing you brought that up. I didn't know a lot about what you just said right now, and I think also a lot of people don't know about your business a lot, because when I found out about, when I seen it on social media, we were like, okay, you just said it, just some dots, you know what I mean? But I looked into a little bit more, and for us barbers, bro, it's like, we call it like an enhancement, right? Like, bro, this, if the haircut's like 100% clean, with this enhancement, we'll make it 1,000 better. You know what I mean? 1,000% even better. You know what I mean?
Because they still have to get their hair cut.
Exactly.
I always explain to barbers, because when we first started, we actually took like donuts and our pamphlets over to barbershops, because we want to kind of get our foot in the door. Because you're right, it's hard marketing for us.
Yeah.
We have to market to people and teach them.
Yeah.
Because if I said, hey, we do SMP, you're going to go, great, what's that? I say, hey, we do SMP, and it is this.
Exactly.
So when we went to barbershops, they were looking at us like, these motherfuckers, they're trying to steal our clients.
Yeah.
No, we're not. If you're getting your haircut right now, you are going to continue to get your haircut. In fact, you might be more excited about getting your haircut because if we can line you up, give you your hairline back, you might be more inclined to get a bald fade.
Exactly.
You might be inclined to get something that you never were able to get
cut.
before.
Yeah, you're right.
And good thing I'm not shy to show, but
That's
as you
just
guys can
dope.
see, look, it's a nice lined up. I'm looking at myself and it looks clean. You know what I mean? And all my edges, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more. I'm missing a little hair, but look, guys, you guys always bring me back to life, and I actually need a haircut right now, and I feel like I just got a touch up a day ago, and it looks fresh. It looks fresh. So
Crispy.
thank you guys. It looks crispy, and if all the people listening, if they don't have a touch up by SMP, they gotta get on this, bro. They gotta get on it. It makes
I
your
also
lineup
think
much
the
better.
barbers that don't like that or that don't like the tattoo guys, it's the people that don't see the long run in this. You
That's
know,
right.
that they're close-minded, and those people, we don't want those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want the people that are ready to expand and see the future. So I don't see why a lot of people don't like it. You know, I never done it, but I would do it. You know, my hair's kind of messed up.
Put all that hair away, bro. Yeah, come on
You know
now.
what I mean? But I would do it. It's
Yeah.
like a lot of
Yeah.
people maybe just they don't want to try new things, and that's
Yeah.
the
They're
difference.
comfortable.
Yeah,
They don't wanna grow.
Yeah, they just want to
Yeah.
be there.
Yep.
And but I think this is the future. Honestly, this is the future. I have a lot of clients. I always tell them about you guys. I tell them that my brother got that the SMP on him, and I always send them your Instagram. Me as a barber, I recommend it to my clients. And like you say, a lot of clients, they're already missing their hair. They're already like, yo, 1 year and I'm gonna cut it bald, I'm done.
And then they're never going to come to you anyway
That's
because
why
now it's done. You're preserving your clientele because
Perfect.
I remember the day that I
That's
actually shaved my head. I used to go to, I mean, I don't even know if I call him a barber. It was just like this old guy from New York that talks shit to me all day. But he would cut my hair. It's cool. And I remember the day that I shaved it, I stopped going to him. He called me. He said, like, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you okay? He's like, I told him to say, hey, man, I shaved my head. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But once I got this done, I started paying a little bit more attention to my beard. I started working with a bald fade. I started wanting to do more things to my skin. I started wanting to pay more attention to the things that I had control over because one good thing that always stuck out in my mind that you said, Marvin, is you can do so many things to yourself. You can go out, get a nice suit. You can go out, get nice shoes.
Versace, Gucci,
You
you
can
can do it
work
all.
out. You can all this stuff. Get your beard all lined up. But then you take that hat off and your hair is missing.
That's true.
You feel undone regardless. You feel like I just did all that. Doesn't really matter because I don't feel good about myself that way. So getting your head done, getting that cut before a fight, that is what's giving you that fullness feeling to feel more
No,
confident.
and it's not just the lineup. I have a lot of clients. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell me the same thing. I have a lot of clients that have scars, bro. They have they had alopecia. The spine's not didn't grow.
Transplant scars, all
something.
kinds of things.
And a lot of people is like, bro, don't go as short here because I have this, bro. But if they knew you guys, I have sent some people over because
Yep.
the same reason they're like, bro, don't go short because my scar is gonna show. I'm like, bro, get some SMP in there and you'll be having every haircut you
you can
want.
go
now,
back
bro.
to
yeah,
anything.
you can do anything now. So
That's
yeah.
anyone who's had a transplant. There's different kinds of transplants, and I've had one too. And then you have this long linear scar across the back of your head, and what happens is, it's a good haircut to have shorter on the sides and back, more on top. If you're thinning, you want to feel better about your hair. But what happens is they can't do that fade because they have that scar. So getting something like this, it's ensuring that they can come to you to get those fades more often.
It brings that confidence back, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly,
100%.
it does. Even I got a hairline,
Yeah.
and I feel good right now, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to wear a hat right now. No, but
what's
yeah,
up.
you're right, bro. You're right.
Awesome. So that's why we love having you guys on here, because we can talk about this kind of connection, this positive connection. You throw us clients, we help with your clients. They're looking at you like, okay, this guy cuts Canelo's hair. He obviously knows what to do, what the best things out there. He's giving people 24-karat facials. Like, they know that you know all the answers. They just automatically think this. Like, when I see somebody go to a celebrity, I assume they had a team investigate everybody. Like, that may not even be the case. But so now everyone's going to look to you, including barbers, like, okay, this guy knows his shit for sure. Because I want to be like him. I'm trying to do. So, you know, for you to find us and work with you, that just, we have a positive interaction between a barber and an SMP artist.
And our clients feel, like you said, comfortable with both of us. You know, like you say, they feel like we know it, and we send you guys to somebody that knows these fields well, and the best too. And you know, I feel like it's just meant to be, my guy. It's meant to be.
Cool.
That's right. And it's crazy because it's not just hairlines. You guys do beards too, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we do beards. So
I haven't done mine, but I would like probably a little touch up. That would be nice. You know,
you got a pretty serious beard. But some people have those
patches,
these things. And maybe you want a lineup. You don't want to have to deal with doing a lineup all the time. If you could just have a little bit of ink there,
That's cool.
it does help for sure.
And it's great. A lot of people don't know that, bro. A lot of clients that I'm like, hey, have you heard of, you know, SMP? Bro, what is that? You know what I mean? Have you heard of micro? They call it micropigmentation. What is that? You know what I mean? So I feel like it's still something new, and eventually you guys are gonna be the daddies, bro, because you guys are from
dot daddies.
Yeah.
Because you search it up now, and you guys are the ones up there, bro. So
we've been doing this for a long time.
You guys took the hits, like you said. You guys took those hits,
just like you. I mean, our story is the same. And we were in a one-room suite.
We're known for the celebrity artists.
Yeah.
We do. You guys are known for the celebrity artists. You guys do. And together,
and we both came up
team.
out of basically nowhere. So that's awesome. We have some cool stories together like that are the same. But let's plug you guys a little bit. So number one, who are some of the favorite people that you guys got to cut?
Oh, nice. Well, let me start on this one. I have different, because we done from singers to boxers to UFC guys to what is it? Everything. We done a couple. We done a little bit of everything. Comedians, we're not F1 drivers yet, but the people that work around with the F1 guys.
They're gonna be here.
And I think my favorites will be probably like the boxers and the UFC guys. You know what I mean? Because they're more like, because you expect every time. Like I was saying it earlier, when you don't know, when you have never met. I'm sorry, a fighter. You're always thinking these guys might be rough. You know,
might be aggressive. I feel like they're in the zone. They're zen.
Right. You're thinking that when you don't know nobody like that, you know what I mean? But once you start tapping in with these guys, bro, they're like, I call them, they're like big bears, bro. They're like, they can kill you, bro, but they're like so chill, gentle, bro. And I'm like, so I want to say like a lot of my UFC guys, and I want to say some names, probably like my favorite one, and I want to say because he became our friend, will be Alexander Volkanovski. He was a champ. He's from Australia. We done Alex Pereira. Who else?
That's crazy.
From
Kelvin
Gastelum, Harry Cejudo. Bro, it's crazy because we done over, I want to say 200 fighters, UFC fighters.
I know you
and I don't want to say and miss some names, but we done, I want to say, thank God, all the champs. Thanks, all the champs we're done.
From every division.
From every division, I want to say. And our favorite guy, and, you know, I have it tatted in my knee, will be Team Canelo. You know what I mean? Canelo, it's
so sick.
It's one, I think he will be the humblest. He was really humble, right? Real humble guy. Tell us a little story with Canelo, bro.
It was crazy. I say Canelo. When I say Canelo, I always think that that's what changed our life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because we worked for Canelo's haircut for over like 4 years.
Yeah.
We cut all the team, and then we couldn't get to him.
Yeah.
Like he came 4 fights, and we couldn't cut him up. Only the team. The first time, they didn't even let us both go inside. It was just one of us. Yeah. And that was like, damn, I kind of cried a little bit because not because I couldn't come in, because I was like, yo, is this gonna work? Yeah. You know what I mean? Is the top people are gonna like 2 people cutting their hair? Yeah. That's what got me, you know. But I was like, nah, I can't stop now. It's gonna work. You know what I mean? So the first time he went in, he cut up the coach. Everything was okay. The next year, we already got an interview on the TV, so they seen that. And they were like, yo, you guys are the guys from the TV. So we had to, like how we say, we had to work for that. You know what I mean? So we were knocking that door, but we still had to work on the side. You know, you can't just be waiting for them to open the door, because what if that door never opens? You gotta go around.
Great
You know what I mean? You gotta
yeah.
go look for that.
He's motivating me right
So
now.
that's-
I'm just staring like, keep going.
That's what we did. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
and that happened to us with a couple other athletes and fighters, but this one was the main one. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it took us 4 years. It was crazy. It was crazy. When we got in there, we cut him up the first time. We couldn't even believe it until we got out there. We were like, yo, we really did
crazy,
it. You know what I mean? Like all those 4 years, and not just the 4 years, other years behind that we put in that work. That I said this was gonna work. Now it finally worked. You know, because after after somebody big sees that you're with them, what other people sees that you're with them, they kind of like, okay, this is the guy.
This is it.
So that's what
You guys
happened
are
with
those
Canelo.
guys.
You know what I
And
mean?
How
the
many
story
times have you
gets
cut
better.
him?
I was just gonna say the story gets better because when we got to that cut, he still were like, okay, I seen you guys, but cool. It was just like, all right, let's cut my hair. I need a haircut, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We cut him up. We recorded. We always like to record at least a video of the haircut experience that
He
we
let
do.
you a little bit? He let you?
Yeah, we
Oh,
asked.
it's all
we,
over the
yeah, we
gram.
were like, we
Yeah.
asked, hey, is it cool if we can? We never just putting it out there. We never asked for actually a picture like fam, you know, like, hey, bro, let me take. We always like to ask them as like, can we get a video of our work? Not
Damn,
of
okay.
yeah, not of can I get a picture with you, bro? No, we have never asked that. We're more like, yo, can we get a video of our work? Of course. So we're actually working, cutting his hair. So we got a
That's a
video.
great way to approach that.
That's pretty gangster.
That's
Actually.
a
I'm not
great
gonna
way to
lie
approach
because
that.
I'm the first person to be like, yeah, okay, sure. That's actually smart
So
because that is different to them because they're asked so many times that they can
Exactly.
get a picture that they're just gonna block you away in that group of people that just wants a picture and wants that clout.
Yeah.
Until
But
na-
now you're like, can I
I think
work
I
with
think
you?
I think we learned something today.
Yeah, dang, that
that's
was
how you
nice.
ask.
Yeah, because even till
Yeah.
now we don't have an actual picture with Canelo.
Yeah.
Like you know, like
Yeah.
no, we don't. We have all our videos and content is actually us working on Canelo. You know what I mean? But long story short, bro, we did that video. We posted it up. It went viral.
Oh, yes,
I mean, it
did.
has to.
It went viral. I'm talking about like over 100 websites talking about that haircut, about the haircut, the facial.
video.
And then the next time he came back to Vegas, that's when it got even better. That's when we were like, okay, we can't believe what just happened.
Yeah.
He pulled up. We were ready for him and everything. And then he's like, all right, guys, you know, like, you guys are not going to take a video this time type thing. You know what I mean? Because he had his
Video guys.
his video crew and everything, like, no phones type. And we were like, oh, we're fucked. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
get a video. and we were like, oh, yeah, that's okay. He's like, because this time I'm going to record. And this time I'm going to post it. And this time I want to go
sick.
viral.
Because he's seen
Yeah.
that he's seen. I bet you his
Saw
PR
the
team.
movement.
His PR team is like, damn, dude, you got a spike big time
Yeah,
from this
from that last-
haircut.
Yeah.
And now they're like, all right,
Yeah.
bro, you need to go film your own.
So
shit.
we didn't believe it until he actually posted it up on his social media.
Tagged
We
you
were
guys.
like, and he tagged us. We were like,
Oh,
wow.
man.
Hey, if you guys want to see this, because I know we're just talking about it. What are your handles? What's the best way to see this? Because I know some of you out there are like,
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram with JayRoyStylez, also my brother.
BarberSixSense, or the company is
6line. They can find us on Instagram. Most of all our content is there, from facials, haircuts, and
Everything.
But yeah, brother, I think that was the coolest part with Canelo, because we got in there, and then after that, he actually he loved the experience. He was like, now I gotta post it up. You know what I mean?
dope.
So and and
That's
now
dope.
this third time we were like, okay, now let's change it up. We were like, we gotta change it up. We can't just be the same.
Yeah.
Well, it can, but we were
Sure.
like, we gotta keep growing.
Yeah.
So this past haircut, we did a whole custom cape for him, a custom rug. It's more like
I saw that. That
you know
was
what I mean?
sick.
We always, I feel like I was telling him, every year we have to bring something new for the champ, and that also pushes up to keep getting better. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Are you guys gonna laugh when you come in for a touch up and we did some custom shit for you guys?
That'll be sick.
Oh shit! Some little JayStylez slippers to get into.
Hey, I like that one.
Because he's got a very recognizable brand with smiley face,
Yeah, the
with
smiley
lightning.
face. Yeah.
Now, so much so that you're doing it with pizza now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's crazy because when I wanted to, I wanted to create my name, my barber name. I want to say, I'm like, I want to create something different. And it's crazy because I brought that Styles when I was a teenager. They used to call me Styles because I used to dress different. Like I could be a gangster today, and the next day I was a little pretty boy. So I was changing it up, bro. I swear. And a lot of my friends, they would be like, bro, you're Styles because you're always changing styles. So when I created my barber name, I'm like, let me bring that name back, and now it makes sense because it's actually
Styles. You went full circle with that name.
You know what I mean? And not just that, I'm like, I want to create like a little slogan to it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because now I can use that on hats, shirts.
It's so brandable.
So I created a smiley face, and we're actually with the name on it there. Styles is like the mouth, and now, like you said, we have a pizza now. They can find a pizza at Paris Pizza. And
tell us about how that started. About with the pizza.
With the pizza,
because it works and intertwines with the fighters 100%. Because they couldn't eat pizza, right?
Exactly.
So tell the viewers.
Yeah. So wait a minute, you're gonna start a pizza company, and you're gonna make sure your fighters can still eat it.
Exactly.
So you made a specific pizza for your fighters.
Brother.
Keep going.
Because they wanted to make a pizza for us or a burger or something, right? And we were like, well, yeah, pizza sounds good, but I'm like, all that food is unhealthy for my guys. Most of the times when we cut these guys, either before or after, so I'm like, it's not healthy, and they're like, no, don't worry, we got you covered. We're gonna create a lobster pizza for you. So that pizza is super healthy. You know what I mean? They can eat it. It's the best, bro. You guys definitely gotta try it. They can find us only in Las Vegas right now. It's inside Whataburger, the only Whataburger in Las Vegas and Paris, and they created a custom pizza for me, bro. And it's crazy. Sometimes we don't believe it. We're like, from cutting hair not to having your own pizza, it's like...
Well, I saw those fighters, like, literally eating the pizza.
Yeah, they love it, bro.
So he's got his smiley face all over the box, right? It's his logo. They open it up, and they eat it, and they're blown away. How great it tastes, and it's actually good for them.
I was supposed to bring you guys some pizza today.
No,
I know you guys...
We'll go. Well, you know what?
Where's the if you were about to pull out a pizza, yes.
We'll go to Paris. We'll do it. We'll film it for everybody, and you can follow us on our Instagram, and you'll follow us on your
Instagram. New checkpoint that I didn't even know we needed. We haven't made it, bro, until we've had a food.
We have a food,
That's fucked up. We didn't even know we had to get there. Damn.
We could do our own Dippin' Dots.
Hey, they're white and black, like our colors.
Yeah.
Why we gotta have such a fruity snack? We got pizza. We got Dippin' Dots.
Gotta do something with dots. I mean, damn.
Oh, for the dots.
Yes. Come on. You know I'm a chess guy.
Smart.
I'm ahead of it.
You thought about that on the way over.
But yeah, brother, we have our own pizza.
Dude, I love it. I love to see you guys, the growth and where you guys started, especially you telling that story all the way down to Veracruz to being in Aria, cutting the best fighters in the world, the best fighters in the world, from boxing to UFC. You guys, it's amazing. It's an amazing story, and this is why we were honored to have you guys on our show and to have us help you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel honored. Like, man, we're doing the guys who do the guys. You know what I mean?
Is your guys' dad still around?
Yeah.
Man, he has to be prouder than a mother effer because he's sitting here saying, no. Come cut me up, learn this stuff. Like, no, Dad, I'm tired. No, I want you guys to come in here and do this. And now you guys are becoming super famous, cutting the world's best fighters, getting foods made after you. I mean, this is nuts. This is such a cool, inspirational story.
Wow, you guys took this barber to another level.
He really did.
He would cut us in the bathroom. We would cut each other up. We would end up crying because we would mess up our hair. And I'm like, right, bro? I swear, like, let's say I would start cutting his hair, and if I would mess him up, he had to mess me up. So it was like,
that's funny. Like, okay, Mitch, I see what you did.
Even if it was an accident, bro, he was like, so what? I messed up too.
Oh no, it's terrible.
So that was the way we learned right here, cutting each other's hair too. So it's and all thanks to our pops, that put that hair clipper in our hands, like, so you guys don't spend money on getting a haircut here, cut each other's hair, and we're like, and now we're here.
I think you and I need to pay him a visit, even though we don't have hair.
We'll line you guys up.
We'll get the facial.
I gotta get that. You
gotta get my beard right.
I just want to get that gold facial because
so do I.
I feel like you guys. That's such a genius thing,
It's such
bro.
a trademark.
Because you knew the facial was that next step, and then you just skyrocketed because you saw other people doing it and you didn't want to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, I don't feel like any barber could ever do a gold facial and people wouldn't call him out being like, bro, that's already being done. Do a purple one or some shit.
Yeah.
So when I look at that, it's so genius because now I'm like, shit, dude, I want that. Because
I want it. Yeah.
only cool people get this.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy because that's how they feel too. It's sometimes, you know, we don't believe it either, bro, because we're like, it's our work. We love it. It don't feel like work, but you know, we're flowing, and then they're like, bro, I don't need a haircut, but that facial, I'm like, how did this guy knows about our facial? You know, so a lot of people, they at least want a facial from us. Yeah.
We'll get a facial, get the beer, and then when we're done, we'll have a pizza.
There you go. Hey, I like that.
That's what's up.
That's
and
a
then
thing right there.
we'll put it on. We'll post it, guys. Come soon to see it.
For sure. We'll clean you guys up. We'll take care of you guys with my facial, and while you guys are waiting for that facial to dry up, we'll give you guys a pizza so you guys can eat, bro.
Amen.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Guys. And this all goes full circle when you get us a champion to come do SMP.
We're working on Canelo. We're working on him. We'll sprinkle some red dust on him.
So that's so cool, guys. Okay,
Yeah,
so
brother.
you're just doing all kinds of things. You're having fun with it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, let's say real quick someone's watching this and they're a barber. And they're at that point where their dad put a clipper in their hands and they love it. And they're looking at you guys like, damn, these guys are inspirational as all hell. What is some advice that you might want to give to that person?
He's good at advice right here. This is the guy right here.
I would just say maybe just be yourself.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I think being ourselves got us where we're at because we didn't want to copy nobody. We didn't want to be like nobody. We just wanted to be ourselves. I always tell people that people are either gonna love you or gonna hate you, but you're gonna be yourself and nothing's gonna change. You know, like I always say that like our movie is real. Because that's who we are. We're not faking nothing. You know what I mean?
No stunt devils.
Yeah, you know, I know social media is all about that. But sometimes we get caught up in living another life or acting another way that we're really not. So I always tell people, you got to be yourself. Once you're yourself, like if you're faking a life or you're faking who you are, when you get to the top, people are going to see that. And then you're not going to grow. You're just going to... It's like, oh, he got there and that's it. Now you got to be yourself. Like, even if people are going to hate you, like you said, a lot of people don't like you guys, like the barbers, the tattoo, but you got to be yourself. Stick to what you believe and stand on, like I always say, stand on your business. You know what I mean? Stand on what you believe in. Just be yourself, brother. Be yourself.
To piggyback off that, like, man, that's so smart because in our industry, and I'm sure you guys too, because I've seen a lot of Instagram and tattoos also, people try to start setting themselves up. How do I put this? It's becoming more artist-based instead of client-based. And what I mean by that is when I go and I look at some of the top people that do SMP, when I look on their page, it's check out my Lambo, check out where I'm at, how much money I'm making, what I'm doing. They'll sprinkle in some before and afters. I'm the boss, I'm the king, I'm the shit. And same thing, I might see a tattoo artist like, dude, you can't touch this, I'm the best. It kind of turns me off. Like, I don't really want to go to that person anymore. When what we're doing is for our clients. It's not for us. So when we're making someone feel good, I want our page to be dedicated to, oh, this is a client-based service. I don't go to them because I want to get them a Lambo. I go to them because I want to be a client because the work is sick. And I feel like when I've met you guys and got to know you guys more, you're very humble. It's not about what you have. It's like when Marvin introduced me to you, you weren't like, hey, what's up, man? I do Canelo. I wouldn't have known that unless he sent me your page. I looked at your page. I was like, this guy messes with Canelo. What the hell? I had to find out for myself. So that's cool because I feel like it's easy for us to have a conversation. And I feel like anyone else can come up to you guys and have a conversation too, which I guarantee you helped springboarded you guys into this. Because if you were just so super cool that no one wants to talk to you, you wouldn't have gotten Canelo's people. You wouldn't have been in that room. They wouldn't have been like, we don't want your vibe in here. This isn't. We don't want your alpha vibe next to our alpha fighter. Just cut our hair. You know what I mean? So it's just worked out so perfectly for you guys, and I'd love to hear your story. That's awesome.
Appreciate it. And then the advice probably I would give people just consistency, bro.
Yeah.
From what has helped me. Consistency, you know, as you know, Marvin, I love my content. I love doing content, you know, for my experience that I do, cutting hair and all this stuff. I think the only advice I will give barbers, people that do things like us, just videos every week, every day if you can, until you start feeling like you got something going on. And when you feel that, even go harder now. You know what I mean? Because it's not just making it, it's actually staying there. And by staying there, it's like a lot of work, a lot of consistent work. And that's what's going to get you to Canelo. You know what I mean? A lot of content.
That's right.
That's smart, because you could snap your fingers. This is what Marvin always said. You could snap your fingers right now and make someone the best artist in the world, and literally nothing happens. You have to become, you have to, when you want to run a company and you want to promote your name and move further and not just be an employee, you have to wear so many hats you never thought you had to. You're now, you have to be your own marketing manager. You have to be content artist now. Like, it's very hard out there. I mean, companies used to be able to put themselves in the newspaper or on the news, and that was like their only two things. Now we have to
so many platforms
and things. I mean, we're in here shooting today, and this is this is for content.
That's true.
But yeah, man. So that's absolutely great advice.
Consistency.
That's so cool.
That's it,
yes, sir.
So one more question
before we go.
For a barber who is kind of not knowing how to feel about SMP, what would you say to them in your experience with it helping with your clients and it being a positive thing instead of like, hey, they're taking my clients, I don't like this?
I would say open up, try it out. You know what I mean? Don't stay at the same bubble that you always lived in. There's more outside, so give it a try. Study, learn more about SMP, and I like it. You know, I'm all forward with it. I've been cutting for years, and I always say a lot of barbers stay in the old. You got to get to the new. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what helped us, because I have a little bit of the old because I started 14 years ago, but I also like the new. So we got to keep the old, but open up to the new things. And SMP is a new future. It's really the future of hair. So I recommend all the barbers to get on the boat now, because they're gonna get left behind. That's what I recommend them. You know what I mean? To get on the boat. Get on the boat. This is the next big thing.
Sixth sense.
Oh, that's true.
That's the sixth sense speaking. He knows what's up, right?
Hey, I like that one. Yeah, I think he's, I can't say it better than him. He's right, because it is the future. Because think about it, like myself, I got my lineup done right now, right? I'm thinking in the future, if I gotta go bald, I just finish it up. You know what I mean? So it's literally the future. You know what I mean? And it's just making me stay like, let's say my lineup. You guys are just giving me life to my haircut. That's how I see it. You guys are giving me, because if I didn't have you guys, I probably would have been bald now, bro. Because I don't see myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Not
as crispy.
Yeah. Not a style.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Can't be like Mr. Burns.
So I think it's like you guys. We need you guys. You guys need us.
That's
and
right.
it has to be like a
we
partnership
go hand in
right
hand.
there. Yeah,
That's
we
right.
go hand in hand. That if you honestly, like you said, you guys just gotta get on the boat, because you guys are gonna get left behind, bro.
Awesome.
All right.
That's it, man.
That's it, guys.
Yeah.